How do you currently feel about Cardano ADA? Are you disappointed or ecstatic? If you've been plagued with the former, then isn't this some good news for you? Cardano has been the star of the moment in the crypto performance metrics, and only a few industry analysts saw this coming. As revealed in one of the updates from Santiment, ADA's sudden rise above others has placed the token as the most developed among other crypto assets. So is this move enough to hold 1,000 Cardano ADA? The markets took a sharp turn in June and have been on a wild ride since then. Bitcoin and the S&P 500 have posted gains in the double-digit percentages since the summer's bottoms, while Ethereum raced more than 70% higher. The surge sure sounds big, but remember that Ethereum started its rebound from rock bottom levels, but it has since then tumbled. Inflation is looming, and there has been widespread geographical tensions, which have added more strain to supply that was already under duress from the 2020 pandemic. But let's try and stay positive. If all we do is stress about the negatives, investors and whales might hurt themselves. Even with this devastating trend of things, the crypto industry has seen some essential developments in recent months. These events will definitely look worthwhile when crypto investors look back on 2022 from the future. The reasons to take crypto investing seriously are piling up, and the tokens are still cheap. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano look like solid buys right now, as long as you are unperturbed about dealing with the bumpy road in the months ahead. It takes time to build a stable regulatory system for the long haul. Do you get the idea that we're hinting at? So how has our friend Cardano ADA been holding up? According to Santiment, Cardano is the most actively developed digital asset with over 570 Cardano built projects on GitHub over the past month. This number of projects on Cardano is 18% more than its closest rival, Polkadot, and the Cardano built projects are also 35% ahead of the second largest cryptocurrency, Ethereum. Ethereum led the daily development activity with Cosmos in second place, followed by Cardano in third. Data from GitHub disclosed that the Cardano node regularly has the largest developer attention, given that the node is another aggregator for the whole of the Cardano ecosystem. Cardano is head and shoulders above all other crypto assets in development activity, Sentiment wrote on December 1st of 2022. The expectation was that Cardano's development activity will be a strong catalyst to raise the price of ADA. However, the reverse is the case, as the asset failed to react positively to the increasing number of development activities. It is important to note that the ADA coin price has declined despite not being immensely affected by the FTX debacle. In the ongoing bear market, ADA's price drop does not matter much. Judging from this scenario, what matters is what has been developed during the dip in anticipation of a future bull trend. On December 9th of 2022, there were 1,151 projects powered by Cardano, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Olga Hiranik, who works on the marketing and communications department of IOG, reported that there are currently 108 projects launched on Cardano and 1,151 projects building on Cardano, 7.2 million tokens, and 4,347 PUDA scripts. There have also been over 55.3 million transactions. The Cardano founder, Charles Hoskinson, recently explained how the cryptocurrency's future privacy protocol, Midnight, would work within the ecosystem. In a recent YouTube interview, he claims that the planned interrogation would help establish a confidentiality network of smart contracts. From his perspective, Midnight aims to resolve the paradoxical issue of having privacy and disclosure of protocol rules simultaneously. The announcement resulted in positive developments, evident with a spike of on-chain activity. Cardano's Midnight targets a general issue that most blockchain protocols face, and the result is a surge in on-chain activity, which many experts believe would add more value to the network. ADA has a fixed maximum supply of 45 billion tokens. The future value of this coin may depend on the new privacy technology. However, it is difficult to predict the future of any technology, but Cardano has a strong team of experienced researchers and developers behind it and has been designed with a focus on security, scalability, and sustainability. In addition, Cardano's use of a decentralized governance system and its commitment to transparency and openness makes it suitably positioned to adapt the changing needs of the market. As a result, many people in the cryptocurrency community are highly optimistic about the future of Cardano and the potential it has to revolutionize the way that decentralized applications are built and used. Cardano's positive moves are so evident that a Cardano critic has changed his mind about his claims. Bill Barhett, CEO of Abra, had previously called Cardano a PhD graveyard in an interview, but he recently chewed his words back. Responding to a tweet on what he thinks about Ethereum versus Cardano, he said, quote, I have always been a big fan of Cardano and at IOHK Charles. I regret some of the things I've said about their dev community in the past. These upgrades have been very impressive." End quote. The ABRA CEO has changed his stance, expressing regret over statements he uttered earlier about the Cardano developer community while appreciating network upgrades. Perhaps those were his days of ignorance. According to a tweet, Bill called Cardano a PhD graveyard. But that's behind us, and we all have to think about this in the way that is forward. Of course, Cardano ADA has received a lot of criticism in the past, the most significant of which has been the comparison to a ghost chain, but Cardano continues to record ghost disapproving results. While Cardano continues to see new support, some critics have expressed their displeasure that the price of ADA has not increased considerably. The Cardano founder once said in a City AM interview, "The most effective way for Cardano to ultimately establish its worth is by its utility and how much it helps people." He added, "What we're focused on is the growth of our on-chain metrics, such as transaction volume, which is still increasing month on month, so is looking incredibly positive." Charles Hoskinson succinctly explained Cardano's direction. "We have always pursued a defined, clearly staged roadmap to deliver on Cardano's capability and fulfill its long-term potential. Yes, Cardano's development activity is committed to creating products, polishing and upgrading their features, and staying true to the long-term roadmap. IOG, the parent company behind Cardano, has also announced a new release for the Daedalus wallet. It is the Daedalus Mainnet 5.1.0, which brings updates to hardware wallet integration. Just like any other similar cryptocurrencies, Cardano ADA has taken some of its largest hits through the bear market. The digital asset has seen massive declines that have pushed its price towards one-year lows. However, the community remains steadfast behind Cardano, and the outlook for ADA reveals that investors remain extremely bullish on the cryptocurrency. According to CoinMarketCap, the Cardano community has shown a very bullish outlook for the future. The price estimates feature allows users to input a value they believe the price of a digital asset will reach by a certain period, and then provide an average of the prices. With more than 5,000 votes already collated, the average estimation came out to be 48 cents by the end of 2022. Given this envisaged price, it implies that the community expects a 57% increase in the price of ADA before this year runs out. This could be the perfect moment to hold 1,000 Cardano ADA. This bullish outlook also continues into the new year as expectations fly even higher for January of 2023. In the next 6 months, expectations remain in the green that ADA will continue to trade higher than its current value. So, is it possible that Cardano ADA can actually pull this off? Have you ever heard of science coins? There was a new crop of what Hoskinson called science coins such as Algorand, AVA, and Starkware when Cardano was first starting. Back then, this approach was considered radically unorthodox. Even now, most people criticize the approach as being too academically dependent and slow. That's the best that they can do. However, Hoskinson believes that it will allow Cardano to soar in the future. So my whole argument for academic rigor is not just about today, it's about tomorrow in two different respects. It's about tomorrow that we can get protocols to scale to billions of users, and there are no protocols in the world that right now allow us to do that. So they have to be designed. And then two, who will come up with the protocols 5 years from now, 10 years from now, or even 15 years from now? Are we always going to have the genius founder around? No, he said. Charles Hoskinson believes that the crypto industry will eventually see more unhindered growth, and if all other factors about it align and the missing dots are connected, Cardano will be positioned to benefit the most. The buy and hold strategy still stands, and it's particularly essential for investors implementing a long-term site. But of course, what are your thoughts on this? Let us have in the comment section below. We'll see you in the next video, but before then, check out our other videos to find out how Cardano is living up to the dream of being the Ethereum killer. And as always, make sure you click on the subscribe and notification buttons.